Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball shot. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat, a football roundup show as we honor the legendary, yes, Frank Rijkaard, and is in the background surprised at the madness going on at AC Milan. I am Benton. He's George. Well, go on, family. How you stay?
Oh, so we're starting the show with violence.
Yes, we're going to have some violence today.
Well, we're gonna have some violence today.
In fact, let me get the machine. Let me rinse out the machine.
Let me get my machine too, because my machine have a...
You can't go a clash with play, dub play. But how you doing, family?
Well, I'm good enough, but you know, Benton, I'm growing older and I'm maturing in life. And one way, let me just prove my maturity to you right now, is that I understand that I am not always right. And I have been wrong, unfortunately. And one way I've been wrong, and I'm going to admit it now, supporting England in international football. I will never do it. England. England pissed me off, man.
Never play ball.
I will explain. It will all forward full circle, but then piss me off, and I'll explain in a minute.
I thought you said you're going to be wrong for supporting the Manchester United Bugside, but you know
that will never. Come on, Benton. Yeah, Bugside. That is a part of why I'm throwing dirt at England right now.
Okay. Jam-packed show today. By the way, a shout out to Corey Bennett for who we did a on the field, off the field. Talk about on the field. We're gonna focus on the field today in the Ball Chat football show, but then we discuss off the field football stuff with Corey and his transfer to Al Nassr. You know, the Wolmerian is now a baller in the Kuwaiti Premier League, so check that out. It's on YouTube, Blue Sky, Facebook. Yeah, we're on Twitter, so we're not over there, so. But everywhere else, it's located. Corey Bennett is a wonderful individual. It's always engaging, interacting with him. Wonderful young man, and you know, you can see the totality of how him really think big picture and long term. You know.
Yeah.
Which Junior must say, somehow when we are 27. Never did.
Nope.
Never did think that way.
The thing that we talked about, because unfortunately I wasn't able to be a part of that interview, but I watch it, and people check it. Well, you know, you put it on the station already. No,
yeah, it's out. What is it? Is it out now?
No, not yet. But when you see people come watch on the test, that's behind the curtain talk. But when you watch the interview,
Chronic said we don't know behind curtain.
You're the man. You just big up. I am Jamaica, because Benton now is just starting violence. But to reiterate what you just said, still, it's refreshing to see a young baller. Well, he's not really young anymore, but it's refreshing to see a footballer that has his head on his shoulder, had a plan that is further than just buying a new set of teeth. And it's great to see that. And yes, I am throwing word.
Good to be back in the studio in the frigid, boy, Atlanta cold like dog, brother. Atlanta cold like dog. But, all right, ready up. Football business. We are here to discuss football business. We got English Premier League football to discuss at length. Man City versus Chelsea. You know how we do it. Premier League featured matchup. Ange Postecoglou. Why, Junior, I see it get hot.
Well, we've been chronicling it for the last couple of weeks. I would say, if not then, when, no, blah, blah, blah. Yes, the seat is officially hot, Benton.
And maybe we're the ones who have salted up or put bad luck or put bad juju on Ange.
Well, he's the one that says that everywhere I'm going second year I'm win a trophy, don't it?
Yeah, but you highlighted last week that he still has a chance to win 2 trophies.
And he still does.
So maybe Daniel Levy and the Tottenham brass need to leave Ange alone. So we'll discuss Ange and Spurs and Leicester City and Jamie Vardy showing the Tottenham fans like, yo, you see this Premier League crest?
So how does James Madison feel seeing that?
I mean, he can't feel nothing. The man not choose. There's nothing incorrect with Jamie showing. Jamie showing that you see this Premier League crest. Tottenham fans had the banner out at the game. We'll discuss Tottenham versus Leicester City and also Ruud van Nistelrooy because a lot of things have been said regarding Ruud this week and whether he's willing to stay put at Leicester City. We'll discuss Nottingham Forest being humiliated or humbled by Bournemouth. Arsenal probably get the short end of the stick again with another red card, Junior. And of course, Manchester United and other bug teams. We'll discuss that in our Premier League roundup. Stepping over to Syria, Sergio Conceição says it's like a church, we're a family. And I'm now back from the boy. To paraphrase, Sergio Conceição and David Calabria had a bust up after the Milan game. We'll discuss AC Milan and Syria and what is going on at AC Milan. La Liga, Real Madrid looking to extended its lead. Barcelona, Batarus, Valencia currently wrapping up at the moment. And we'll wrap up a Jamaican football report. Bunny Shaw, the big baller, is back. Back. Of course, Jamaica is getting ready to play a friendly game against the Reggae Boys. That is ready to play a friendly game against Trinidad and Tobago. Junior, have you seen the squad for that friendly game against Trinidad? Okay.
I'm waiting for it to be released on JFF Live.
Okay, we're going over to JFF Live right now. All right, so let's kick it off with Premier League roundup, and none other than the Man City versus Chelsea game. Junior,
a big up BM.
Go ahead, family.
I want to say big up BM. BM said you don't know how we survive in Atlanta. The weather is brutal.
Yo.
That was stay indoors.
Yo, I see snow of fall of Florida to them, sir.
Yeah, not Florida. But the people that are really, really south south of Fort Lauderdale, they might call not Florida, South Atlanta. So that choose violence. Benton choose violence today, so I'm going to play a violent guy today. I'm just making you guys know.
Man City, we had Cameroon all forward. We never prepared for Cameroon today. Oh, cha. Cameroon is joining in. There won't be any violence today.
Oh, violence is going to be even turned up even more.
There won't be any violence there. Cameroon are joining. Cameroon, how you doing? We're going to play nice. Let's say come on audio. I think BM Gladbach boss. Come on, we can't hear you. You gotta say something. Come on. All right, let's make sure someone else lose my head. Come on is on mute and she's talking and talking.
I'm not talking. I wasn't hearing anything. Hi, sorry.
So how are you not talking? Are we hearing you talking?
No, no.
Well, go on, my big friend. How you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm there. Can't complain.
Give thanks. It was gonna be a violent show today, but gladly you're here to kind of, put some ease to this violence.
I hate when Man U win. Can't control him.
All right, let's get to Man City versus Chelsea. This is where we started with violence. Man City versus Chelsea. Come on, a long time, so we're just going to give you the floor to start off the analysis of this football game. 3-1 victory for Man City.
I think I think Chelsea went in and underestimated Manchester City. I think they thought a wounded animal was ripe for the picking. They have to do better. I'm not going to kick a man when he's down, but Nicholas Jackson is not the striker that Chelsea needs. Chelsea is too big of a club to rely on the services of Jackson. He's not good enough. Cole Palmer is a good player, yes, but I mean, like, he was so absent from the Manchester City game. I don't get it. You know, we have to talk when he does well, and then when he's not doing well, you have to talk. He did not show up. He did not do well. Chelsea might need to dip into the goalkeeper pool, because Sanchez is a 2-nail and a piece of zinc away from Onana being an Onana 2.0. He's just not good enough either. So my team really and truly needs to figure out what they're going to do. They brought back Trevor because they had issues in the defense, but they did not fix the striker issue, because Cole Palmer banging some goal, them think we could have overlooked Jackson, but we need him as well. So I am a Pep fan, you know this, even though I'm a Chelsea fan. I was happy for him. We joke about it all the time. And I tell people that Pep is going to take out his anger and his frustration off that empty side of his bed on the rest of the teams in the English Premier League. But Chelsea was toothless in their win. They got a little lucky goal and they thought that everything was okay. But Nicholas Jackson really needs to step up in game. It was poor from him and poor from Palmer yesterday.
Any ballers for this football game for you? Come on.
From that football game?
I think I see you have some bugs, but any ballers?
Any balls at all are from that game?
Just from that game.
As usual, after kind of big up Foden. When he's needed, he steps up, and he was actually needed yesterday, and he actually stepped up. Junior's Viking, I mean, like, he was okay, the regular push down people and run or whatever, but that was the kind of game for him yesterday. Chelsea was not even, it just wasn't a threat. Let's just say that. And we saw the goal coming. We just never see 3-1. I thought it was going to be a draw game, because at some point they have to play for little pride. So for me, I think Foden was one of the bright spark for Manchester City yesterday. So he's my baller. And I just tell him my bugs already, Sanchez and Palmer.
Yeah, I have some specific questions more actually regarding this game and the comments. But more I hear what Junior have to say. By the way, where this brother I call come on? When come on is like what? Oh. Wait. Oh. Come on is like alkaline.
Oh my God.
Yo, and for those who don't follow Jamaican dancehall music, all right, Junior Alkaline is, he did the song, well, We Lock the City or whatever.
Yo,
is that his tune, We Lock the City?
You know what? If I try war with Vibes Cartel, make it good.
Yeah, but then Alkaline, they are firing run off, man.
Who cares?
Oh,
what does that say? Big up Alkaline. Just kidding. But BM says big up come on is like Alkaline really makes public appearances.
Hey.
yo.
Keep my stock in check.
But Junior, your thoughts on this football game?
First of all, big up Pep Guardiola. Bogadu, baller of the week to Pep Guardiola's wedding ring that made sure it made an appearance on TV. Trust me, that is perfect production, perfect camera work. Hats off to the Paramount crew. That was beautiful what they did, because is not a caddy. Pep always do this and put his hand on his head. That you never see the back of Pep head when he have him hand. But they made sure they showed the left hand with the ring at the back of his head. That was just beautiful camera work, beautiful production. That was great. But on the field, you know, what should that go unnoticed is my name Omar Mamouche played on the left wing and was a baller. Gravy Ball, however I want, Gravy Ball did good, did well. But to me, Mamouche is a welcoming or refreshing find if you're a Man City fan. Because for years, Man City have been trying to find the answer on the left wing. And it might be the honeymoon period, it might be early. They've tried Doku, they've tried what come on call him? Low socks man.
Short socks, Grealish.
Jack Grealish. And Mamouche to me played a whale of a game. He was very aggressive, he was very confident going forward. And that is what Man City needs. They need that balance on the left wing. They've been searching for it. Let's see how long this honeymoon period lasts. But to me, he was the big baller of the game. The bug of the game to me is, and I know you're going to ask, come on, about the comments. Maresca, start of the season, you talk big bash and ball. I don't know what I talk about. You know, you guys talking about I have 42 players. I only have 21 players on this squad. I heard all of the brashness from Maresca, and I was on this show and I applauded it. I loved what he did. He came down, threw out his marker, drew the line in the sand, and said, this is Chelsea over here. I don't care about what is going on over there. So, fast forward 3-4 months, Chelsea reached them. Understandably, it's going to happen. Poor run afar. And Maresca now sounding a lot smaller than he did at the start of the season. Brother, keep the same energy. You cannot go out there and want to imitate Pep Guardiola. You cannot go out there and want to imitate Jose Mourinho. And when times get hard, you cover and run. No. Be a grown-up. Be a big somebody and stand up and face the music. You said at the start of the season, I have my 21 players. This is what I'm working with. And now, all them want Garnacho. All them want a new striker. Oh, we need a centre-back. What up to the 21 man when you have it on the side? Something is wrong with that. I'm going to leave the rest to come on.
Yeah, come on. To China, that doesn't make sense to me because, I mean, as you mentioned, the goalkeeper thing is, I always think is a high priority for Chelsea, even though I know they signed quite a few goalkeepers. But,
7.
But now you have this Garnacho situation, which is rumored for a potential swap with Nkunku. I mean, and then the coach, I said, Maresca, that is, said that, you know, the manager ownership, the goals that they set is for this year is what? Top 4?
Yeah, top 4.
And next year is when is Premier League is compete for that. All right, they're ahead of the curve, apparently. It's, as a Chelsea fan, this is where things are now. For you and the fan base, you guys accepted that you guys are no longer the perennial competitive title contenders and just have to accept that we are in our top 6 teams. At least, based on what me hear from team, based on what me I hear Maresca come out time out.
It's never acceptable for a fan to hear a coach give up. This is early in the season. Like, how many points we have leave on the table? Right? There's so many points that are left on the table. He just needs to go out there and put his best squad forward. I'm not going to argue with him when he say he need additional players. Maybe the other 21 are not good enough. So, you know, the A team is Roxy and the B team is especially Roxy. So if you have 10 orange in a bag, Junior, and 10 of them spoiled, you're going to go out to the grocery store and try and buy a new bag of orange. So that's what's going to happen at Chelsea. Him not have the players them we need. Somebody message to me say, oh, you know, him have a good striker in Whisper. Why your coach don't bring him in for Jackson? I ought to delete and block that person. Like, don't speak to me about rubbish. This is important title chasing game. And I don't think we should look at him and say, you talk about we're not title contenders. Why would you play the game? We're confident, make up numbers. I think he wants to win a trophy. I think he wants to, if not win the Premier League, he wants to be in top 4. That is everybody's aim, right? So I do think that he's just talking all time face for talk's sake. I think he wants to really contend for something, but he just does not have the quality players. Let us be real. 7 goalkeepers, and Sanchez is between the sticks every week. What I tell you, the other 6 are garbage. If I mean like him, I'll go back for Kepa, because this what we have right now is just not good enough. And I applaud his honesty sometimes when he comes out and he says it as it is. Like some coach will come out and try to shield his players. If you're not good enough, you're not good enough. But then on the other hand now, him play Jackson week in and week out. So now I am wondering, like, if Jackson is a beast in training. I don't see a swap. What would Manchester United do with Nkunku? I mean, like, they need him. What is it? I don't think there's going to be a swap. I don't see them giving away Garnacho. Do you see Manu giving him away, Junior? I think he serves.
Yes.
I don't see. I think he serves a purpose, and I don't know what Chelsea plans on doing. Maybe it's a coaching issue, because there's no way on earth you have this man, right? A bag of goal over so. And him come here and all of a sudden he's a dud. All of a sudden he can't score 2 goals. You give him 1 start and he did not play up to snuff, and you bench him and you bring back Jackson, who is actually a Morata 2.0. He need to miss and make 10 errors before he actually score 1 goal. I just don't get it. So I am not expecting anything from Chelsea. I have not been doing that for the past 2 years. If they do something, I will be surprised, pleasantly surprised. But I'm not one of those people who are going to say my teams are good. Chelsea is not good. We're an ordinary team with a bunch of players. They're not cohesive. I don't see a team. I think Chelsea just lucky some of the time with some of the results we get, but we're just not a really good team. And if you have your striker who is not good, people are probably cuss with me, but Nicholas Jackson is not as good as a Jamie Vardy. He's not as good as a Jamie Vardy. I am sorry. And we might talk about youth versus experience, but him don't possess the qualities where Vardy possesses. Yesterday, of course, the ball was not a good ball that was passed to him. But if Luis Suarez, that curl and gone in. So he's not an academy player. He's not a youth player. So I don't get this thing where give him time. He will develop, he will grow. That's not what Chelsea wants right now. We need a striker who can really and truly bring us across the line.
And somebody just said Whisper would have scored that.
You know what, I never said, because maybe me or you or Junior would have scored that. Let's not, I never say nothing, because sometimes it's difficult. It's easy for us to sit here and judge, because I understand you're on the field, the ball comes to you, you have to make a decision in a split second. But this is where you get thousands of pounds a week to make these decisions. Your bread and butter is what? To score the goals, right? That is your bread and butter, and he's not doing it. So for him not to perform, right, week in and week out, you have to get another alternative. Look at Nunes from Liverpool. I tell anybody all the time, Nunes is my baller, right? The coach goes there and the coach says he will score goals. Guess what? He's not in the 11. When was the last time you see Nunes start for Liverpool, right? But when him come on, him do something, so maybe that's what they have to do for Jackson. Jackson is not a starter at Chelsea, I am sorry. put him on the bench, make him watch some other people play, and then come do him thing. But I just don't get it. We just don't have the personnel, and I can't believe how Nkugu come from, which part him come from, and come now and rub the bench. I get 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, and cannot do what him used to do, which part him did there. It's just ridiculous to me.
On the Man City side, new transfers debuted for Man City. Junior spoke about Marmoush, but the other guy that debuted was what, Cousinov, and I think he doesn't speak a lick of English. Well, Uzbeki.
That's what Pep said. Pep said him not speak not one stitch of English. Man, that work.
Do you? Can you make some sense of that for me? Like having a defender work with another defender in a new setting, new environment, and speak a lick of English, so them can't communicate. How?
Who run a back talk to him? Maybe somebody run a back can talk to him. Maybe somebody else speak 4 languages, like how Leon Bailey speak 7 or 8 languages. So maybe we have there must be somebody on the field that he communicates with.
I don't know. Kovacic, I don't know. Junior, go ahead.
No, but I have experienced that in my little ultra business halls 15th division football that I have played. I played with a Mexican, and hundreds of pounds ago, I was a decent striker for 15th division league. And I played with a Mexican, and he was my partner up top. And he didn't speak English. And we had to communicate because we were playing American white style football. Kick the ball to the wing. You make an inverted run, one make an inverted run, the other one make a in and out run on the other side. There was a lot of communication that needed to happen. Football in itself is its own language. You want joke? Go and play with some Spanish-speaking people. And as Jamaicans, I know Caribbean people, if your teammate have the ball and somebody is running behind him, what Allah will say to him to make him know that somebody's coming? What will he say?
Manan.
But you know what Spanish people, when they hear manan, you know what I'm hearing? Mano, which is handball. Mm-hmm. And I learned that the hard way, played with my striker, with my teammate. I was sure, manan, and it goes, I stop, I look around, I say, oh shit. Sorry, not mano, manan. But eventually, just after that alone, he now understood that manon, if he hear mano, it meant something else to him. And in that context. So I say all that to say that not because you don't speak the language, football in itself is its own language. At some point, I am going to say, right. And even if right mean underskirt for you, you're going to know on the field, right, turn your head to the right. Simple. Right?
What's the word right in Uzbeki, Junior?
I better. I said let's play with Spanish people, not Eastern Scandinavian Europeans.
Who speak? Somebody must speak English.
Somebody must can talk to the man.
No, man. Somebody speak English. Junior, you have
to. But come on, to the funny question here, though. Why do we think English is the language that tries so bad city?
Very, very good question.
That's true. That's true.
We know it's not Portuguese, Junior.
Well, that's true, but he speaks Russian as well, so there must be somebody that speaks Russian. And you have to have, listen, some form of communication. You have to, because when I referee with Spanish speaking, referees, you have to have there's something that you have to understand. If it's even hand gestures, but something. So now they know 1 and 2 words. When I will say puppy or I will say see, there's something. So I am 100% sure that couple of my teammate them run a back, look up the word for run, move, something. But you cannot tell me that you have this young man in the back line and nobody can tell him, man on, go left, cover me, head the ball, shift, jump, I don't. I don't.
And a larger question more, Juniors, and come on. Why even share that? Pep said that at the beginning of the pre-match press conference. He said Cousin might start tomorrow, but he doesn't speak a lick of English. I don't know. And then he reiterated at the end of the game, post-match, when him sub him, saying he couldn't tell him how to come off because him can't. Why bring...
Let me tell you this. Pep goat mouth himself. I think Maresca goat mouth himself a couple weeks ago when he said that Chelsea is not in the title race. I think he looked on the schedule and said, all right, them game here, because we have so much idiot from the side, we might lose them game. Let me preempt it by saying this. I guarantee that mistake that the youth made in the Man City game, he made that many times at practice. I guarantee it. Look at how the players reacted. This was in the 3rd minute of the game. And when he went for the header, I hit the ball back and basically gave up the goal. Everybody put up and said, all right, brother, we have seen this before. It is okay. Turn around and play hard, right? Pep told us that I don't think it was for the communication on the field. It is to protect him from the media. Okay. You're not going to talk to the media. You are going to play your first game against a top 6 team, regardless of what Maresca wants to say, regardless of what Cameron wants to say. You are playing against a Premier League chasing team. You are playing against a team that we chasing. You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to talk to the English media. I'm blocking you from now. He doesn't speak English. So don't even try to talk to him. But my players will figure it out. That is clear cut to me.
But what if the press has someone who speaks that language?
I was just going to say that. What if there's someone who speaks his language? Like what? The translator. I think Pep was trying to cover him butt a little bit. By saying, I think what Pep was trying to say was it was just a miscommunication on the pitch. I think that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah,
and that was nice of him trying to take the blame off the young man. Maybe if them did lose now, it would have been a different kettle of fish, but they won. So that's fine. But I just think, I don't think that there's someone who just cannot speak to him. You have to communicate. The communication will have to be, because look how much time miscommunication make Virgin van Dijk have looked at our one player and say, like, if a boy me company your face.
You said that boy, you wait till me reach him.
Yeah, and that's what I say. So I'm telling you, so there has to be some. So, and enough time you say Harry Maguire on a back a direct in backline and I speak. There's no way on earth him could have. And further of all, him up on the right team, because I know he couldn't understand and liquid Harry Maguire said, because Harry Maguire don't talk out opening mouth. So,
nobody listens to Harry Maguire. Come on,
he's just showing off.
He's just showing off for the camera.
Yeah, and Harry is pointing, right? Where is he going? So there has to be some sort of communication. So I think Pep was just trying to protect him because it was a mistake. And he did look like a deer in headlights, to be honest. You just throw this man in and just come from 18.
Yeah.
And you just bring him in and just fling him in. It's not even a Southampton, Benton side, right?
Yeah,
you bring him in
at the deep
end. This is just one of those things. But hopefully he'll get better. He will grow. It's not my side still. Me not really care about them. But it is what it is.
One real quick. So the players that were around the ball when he tried to head it back, he tried to head it back to Ederson, Brazilian.
Yeah.
He had Akanji as his partner. Akanji come from where? Belgium?
Switzerland.
What?
Switzerland. Swiss, right?
Swiss.
Well, I don't know originally where him come from. I can't remember where him come from originally, but I know he plays for Switzerland.
Well, nowhere that speak English as their primary language. Well, Switzerland does speak English. Matheus Nunes. So, no English. And who subbed that for him? The one Englishman for the field. I mean, come on, man. I agree with you, Cameron. But it's funny to me.
I try to look which part the brother had it born, Manuel Akanji. But more importantly, important 3 points for Man City. Mixed bag. Come on. Compare this result with the Champions League result. PSG 2-0 up. Wet the bed. I mean, are things okay in Pep land after this result, or is just more of the CMR? You're going to see more inconsistency from here in. Because what them have to do, them have to beat Club Brugge. Come on. This coming midweek in Champions League to make it out of the group, right?
Yeah.
And they can beat them. But listen, if Manchester City was playing a better team yesterday, I don't know if they would have come back from that 1-0 being down. But, PSG was a strong team. I think they played, according to the commentator, they played some of the best football they've played all season. Right? So Dembele was like, wow, he was a good thing we win some money upon them, but it go. But I keep telling already about defense, and it also Pep going to get an 18-year-old boy put on the back now. So he is round there now with a little bit of rust on his bolt and everybody else rusty. I don't know if it fixed the problem. I think it's a band-aid, and plus it's a new system for him. Probably if he had come in before the start of the season, but he has to work his way into the system, work his way at this high-paced level. He has to do a lot of covering because the back line, again, is old. So I don't know if a Club Brugge is going to be enough of a challenge for them, but Club Brugge players are not old players. They're young. They're going to run at you. So I don't know if Manchester City has turned a corner. I just think that they will just probably beat up on the teams that are not good teams. But I don't know if they will be strong enough. I would have to see them against a really strong team to say, yes, Manchester City is back. But them leading PSG and PSG coming to whoop them, scoring all those goals unanswered. I mean, come on now. It's just crazy.
And since we are fair and balanced, excellent week for Chelsea in the midweek, Junior. We could put a bow upon this, but where does Chelsea go from here with this defeat?
I think it's more of a learning experience for Maresca than Chelsea themselves. This is the same team that was there last year, basically, right? They are overperforming based on what they were doing last year. The players are overperforming. I think Maresca has to be taken to task. So he has to learn. This is a learning experience for him. Questions have to be asked of Cole Palmer, though. Yo, you're great against little baby side them. Now you're up against a big side. Go out there and will your team to win. You can't do it. Hey, what for hold back on the ratings and the hype. So those are the questions that will be asked. You said great midweek. I mean, both teams, you can't be teetering on one game. The feeling around the team, because that means 90 minutes. In 90 minutes, you can be the greatest sunny day ever, or it can be the most rainiest day ever in 90 minutes. No, that is too wishy-washy of a way to be. It's a trend. So Man City had a bad midweek. They came back and right their wrongs. Now, looking forward, Club Brugge, they're second in the Belgian league. They should not lose to Club Brugge. Don't care how bad Man City played. It's the same thing with Chelsea on the reverse. Chelsea, you drop points so that you better turn up the next game and play some ball.
Let me ask you this. There are so many talking points within this football game, and I want to leave it. But come on, and Junior, I want you to chime in on this before we leave this thing. Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, come on. I mean, why didn't Pedro Neto start over Jadon Sancho? I mean, for me, Jadon Sancho should be a more impactful player in a ball game like this.
Sancho is more, to me, a Junior. Junior, I still hear General.
No, he's a Chelsea baller, though.
To me, a Sancho is a bench player. He should be a sub. I'm sorry. I mean, like, the games that he has started, he has not had a great impact. I mean, yes, 1 and 2 you can move on, whatever, but the football game is 90 minutes. If you're on the pitch for 90 plus minutes, we expect you not to go 100, because nobody can go full 100, because there are gaps and times that you take a break. But Sancho has not done a good job being on the pitch from the beginning. When he comes on, though, when the other team, is kind of tired and he comes on, you can see where he's impacting the play. But once everybody on the same threshold start at 0, he's not impactful. I don't understand it, and I keep saying it again. When you see the starting 11 come out, you wonder if these players are a beast in training. Because when they're on the pitch, we're like, okay, why is he on the pitch and so is on the bench? Neto must get an opportunity over Sancho. Sancho has gotten opportunities and he has not done what he's supposed to do. So now the coach, we now have to stop looking at these players and look at the coach to see if it's favoritism, because some of these starts, they're mind-boggling, right? And I come back again with the Nku could get one start and you drop him because he never do well. Sancho, I need to see him on the bench, coming off the bench, because what he's producing as a starter is not good enough.
You see, the thing that gets me with the Sancho thing, this is where ownership and the boardroom, when they get involved in football, big up Kofi Powell, when they get involved, it's obvious. Sancho transfer fee to from Manchester United to Chelsea, in essence, is 20 to 25 million. That's the obligation to buy, right? Pedro Neto is 60 million. They paid Wolves for Pedro Neto. And now they're on record saying that they're looking for another left winger in Garnacho. At some point, the question has to be asked, where's the thinking behind not giving Pedro Neto the chance is not even to prove himself. Pedro Neto has proven himself as a Chelsea difference maker. Why is it that he cannot maintain the spot? I agree with Cabo. From our perspective, we have to say he must be a beast in training. That's why Sancho is
yeah, but
getting
we know
it.
We know Sancho is beast not training. If we go by Manchester United deals.
So then it must be coming from up above.
Above.
It cannot be coaching. So is it that they need that English player on the field at Chelsea? Or is it that Sancho is more marketable? This is where business gets involved in football, where it doesn't need to be. It just simply doesn't need to be. Because I agree with the whole lot of. There's nothing there that make it sense.
Because in the PSG game, the left winger for PSG, Barcola. Barcola skinned Matheus Nunes, right? And Barcola is a pitney. So and Matheus Nunes is a makeshift right back. So if Jadon Sancho cannot skin a makeshift right back, then what is his purpose?
For make up a 21.
I feel part of it is they don't want Manchester United people to laugh at them.
Yeah, well, and that might be, but it just all right. So victory for Man City over Chelsea. Other Premier League results that we want to highlight and touch on. Come on, I didn't know if we have this one power bingo card, but Bournemouth, Butter Brews, Nuno Espirito, and Forest 5-0. Ball of the week to Justin Clivert.
Yeah, pump a bingo. Man, mash up my parlay. Mash it up, rip it up. I was so upset. I was like, no way on earth this Forest team, this high-flying Forest team, I got song and make a team Butter Brews them. I was thinking, okay, is that 2-1? 5? Like 5? Like, no, man. Absolutely not. But I must give it up to Bournemouth. They've actually produced some good results. I don't know what to say about them. They are a little bit, wishy-washy sometimes. But to give a Forest team 5. Exceptional, man. Exceptional.
And I guess, I mean, maybe it's just a bad day at the office for Nuno and company. I mean, but I guess if it's a bad day at the office, then the question must be asked. And you take today if you have yesterday to have a bad day at the office when you're playing against a team that is around you in that game. I think that would have kind of gassed up Forest a lot, just like the other games, because Bournemouth has been consistently winning football games. They defeat Arsenal at Bournemouth. They defeat Man City at Bournemouth. They have won. In fact, we gave Adona Ariola ball of the week last week, the coach, because of the impressive run that they've had. Last week they fixed up. They went to Newcastle, Bournemouth that is, and fixed up Newcastle.
High flying Newcastle.
So, Junior, I mean, we can't use bad day for Forest, right?
No, it was a bad day at the office, but the bad day at the office was the week before. The bad day, this result happened from the halftime of the Southampton game. That Southampton game, some red flags came up when Southampton came back from 3-0 down and make it 3-2. And it just carried over into this game. That's my opinion. Watch it, because Nuno at times, literally stood up and just have him hand on his chin like this. And I can just look at his face and tell that in my mind's eyes, telling me that he just knew at that point that the team, whatever it is, just finally just landed. And now I need to figure out how to shift this. Because there's nothing you can point to. You cannot point to a bad referee call. You can't point to a bad tackle. You can't point to any newspaper clippings. You can't point to anything about this game to say, here is what made Bournemouth came out and played this crazy against Nottingham. Or here is what happened to cause Nottingham Forest to not play up the scruff. I just look back at that Southampton game and think to myself, that second half, Nottingham Forest went off the boil, and it seems like it's easy for us to say, they were smelling themselves. Or, them start hearing the whispers of the hype. Them start thinking about chasing Liverpool. It's very easy to think like that. I think the story will be told because they play Brighton next. You cannot come out after losing to Bournemouth 5-0 and not turn up against Brighton. If you don't turn up against Brighton, all right, now we have a problem. But for this, I think Nuno can look upon it and say, but for that real life story, I coach my daughter's basketball team now. She started playing basketball, third grade basketball. These kids don't know nothing about basketball, right? And them just learning. And we played against in a league, and they say, these are third graders. But half of these kids can damn near drive to the game if they want. And this last week, we played our worst game of the season. And I looked at these 8-year-olds and I looked at them and said, look, when you play in a season, you're going to have two games that you play. You have a game that you play out your mind. And you have a game that you play that nothing works. And as you grow older, you will learn that is just how the nature of sports. You take your best game, you take your worst game, and you throw them out the window, and where you land after that is really where you really are. We will see what Nottingham Forest is this weekend. They better show up against Brighton. That's all I'm going to say.
Some high-level coaching tactics to what? 8-year-old.
Hey, Benton, I'm a modern-day Phil Jackson. Hey, you want to be a coach? I'll start whistle. I just change out my glasses and say, we're switching from zone to man.
High-level. But impressive victory for Bournemouth and Donny Ariola. Dango Otara scored a hat-trick. I don't even know who this brother. First hat-trick in the Premier League. But let's see what happens with Nottingham Forest as they go from here. Other results we want to highlight. Spurs and Spurs. When asked about the sack, Ange says he doesn't. He pretty much kind of shrugged his shoulder. I mean, I feel sorry for Ange. Come on, I mean, take it away. Of course, Jamie Vardy scored and showing them the badge, the Premier League crest. This is how bad things are at Spurs.
Hey, listen. What me saying at the group this morning? So I can see Leicester winning this game.
Did call it.
And I was wrong.
Absolutely,
Yes.
as usual. But Tottenham is garbage. I just don't know. To be fair though, I think 8 or 9 of their first team players injured, sick or injured. They had academy players on the bench. So I could just throw it out there or whatever. But there's no way on earth Tottenham must lose to Leicester. I would rather watch a Moreno kind of football this morning than pick up a hot loss to Leicester. Spurs had that 1-0 lead and they were not clinical enough. They were not good enough. And when the pressure started to come on by Leicester, them just opened up like back road. It was just ridiculous. So Spurs is in a bit of trouble. Now you see the fans them come up with banner, which is true. 25 years, one owner, 15 managers, one trophy. Come on now, man. That is League One quality. That is League One team. And maybe, just maybe, Spurs need to go down for work on themselves to come back up. Because this is unacceptable. 15th place? This is Manchester United territory.
They're in 15th place.
Yeah, this is Man U's territory. Why are they down there taking up space? Like, what? So, I don't expect Ange to be Spurs coach much longer. And we're going to go back now in the same trend where you're going to fire the coach because the players are not good enough. Spurs, get good players. All the one on my ballas, son, no ambition. I want him to sign 2-year extension. I'm going to quit. I'm going to resign as the president of his fan club because that makes no sense. You want to make money, yes, but you want to win trophies. The thing with Spurs, you have good players who were there, right? You have Madrid who was there, a good player, and he left and he went and got so many other trophies before Spurs even get one. Come on, Spurs. Get yourself together. Spend some money and get some good players.
Yeah, I mean, when asked about the hot seat, Postecoglou says, who knows? A fair chunk will say no, as in, whether he's going to get the sack. He says, quote, when you're a manager of a football club, you can feel vulnerable and isolated. I don't feel that. So he's not vulnerable and he doesn't feel isolated. So
Like Mattel, where do you want him to say? Where want him to say, yes, I feel him breathing down the back of my neck every day. Come on now. It is a results game, right? This is a results sport, the results business. And yes, we think it is unfair when your players are not performing that the coach get the sack. But coach is the easiest person to get a sack. You can't sack 22 player, 23 player, right? But he needs to do better in terms of personnel. You're the coach. Your job is on the line. Something is happening over there where all of these players are injured.
I just hope Ange has a payout in his contract if they sack him. And a rebuttal point to the players injured. I think Bournemouth has a long injury list also. Like 9 players of them starting 11 injured and are the regulars. And I think I heard Rebecca and Robbie Musto and others on the Peacock or NBC Sports.
But counter to that, the players on the pitch for Bournemouth are better than the players on the pitch for Spurs.
But is that the coach then make them players the better because something not right?
No, man.
But hold on though, because
Go ahead, Junior. Something not right.
Let me drive a wedge in the middle of this. The beauty of not beauty. We are football fans, and sometimes we become fanatics. especially when we try to be people that observe and draft our opinion. Normally, our opinions are based in fantasy. And what I mean by that is, Ange is a human. I listened to 2 a while ago, and I swear I was sitting here thinking, like, what if I am Ange? How would I feel as a coach, right? And if we ask ourselves that question and be honest with ourselves, and then I'm going to give you one caveat to think about. You are Ange, and you're going to sit down and see a graphic of the money that the teams spent in the Premier League to get their teams better. Ten Hag spent how much dollars and got fired and got how much payout? How much money did I spend? I don't want me if you go change this side to be good when a team that is 2 places above me spend how much money, fire them coach, bring in another coach, spending more money to run record now trying to bring in people. And I don't hear nobody talking about, you know what? Tottenham needs a centre back. You know what? Tottenham needs a striker. Why we don't hear Paul Pogba is rumored to go to Tottenham? Why would I hear anything like that?
If not Paul Pogba over man himself, brother.
That's a joke. But if I am Ange, I would be thinking to myself, you know what? Fire me. Fire me. Get me out of this place, because I would rather go be West Ham's coach, or I would rather go be Everton's coach, or be Crystal Palace's coach. I know that at least the owners will say, we don't have $1 billion in the coffer, but here is 2 million you can use to buy somebody. We don't hear that from Tottenham. Levy must go. Levy should have gone from Pochettino left. Levy should have been out. That is how bad it is. Levy should have been gone.
I mean, I think, all right, there's a larger problem here, and I agree that the ownership is the fundamental part of the problem, right? Because as Cameron highlighted that banner that the fans held up, what 24 years, 16 managers, one trophy. But at the same time, nobody never tell Ange to take you up, brother. And he's gotten players, so he knew what he was walking himself to. And yes, the injury thing is a problem. Dominic Solanke, their big transfer, is out. I don't know. I don't know, brother. I mean, but it's bad. You lose to Leicester City at home, where I think a week ago, Ruud van Nistelrooy was talking about quitting Leicester City because management made promises and are not fulfilling them. Leicester City. So basically, I'm saying that any team that Tottenham's supposed to be able to roll out should not lose to Leicester City and Bobby Reid at home. Big up Bobby Reid, Bobby the cover Reid.
What Bobby do you? What Jamaica's reggae boy Bobby Reid do you?
No, but I mean, with Somari and Pat the Saka, whatever up front, and yes, Vardy is lethal, but Yeon-min Son is just as equivalent as lethal. So, something not right. Something not right. Where does Tottenham go from here?
Surgery.
Would you sack him?
I wouldn't, because at this point now in the season, what is it? Everybody injured. The quality not good. Who you going to bring in? You could have bring in Jesus Christ. I don't think anybody going to turn water into wine over Spurs. Leave the coach in place. And this is the thing where we get. You have some teams where will forever get my respect. Arsenal for one, because everybody were about Arteta out. They're like, no, keep the coach in place. Maleficent people are talk about Pep out. 4 in a row, Pep you talk about Pep out. I don't get it. leave the coach in place, give him the tools that he needs to get his job done, and just work with it. Me not fire him.
Come on, wicked. Come on, wicked. Come on, teams that should rate this Arsenal.
Come on, come on, I gaslight the people them over there now.
Errol, just say Errol. Yo, come on.
And about the foolishness here.
Oh, sir. Come on, you're the best. No, come on, you're the best. Better than you say we choose violence. Come on, come with that. No, sir.
And you have some deals where really, because like I'm looking at Ndombele. We all forget about him, right? Tanju Ndombele's contract. I just last year done. And how many seasons he played with them? Every year they're on loan. Leon, Napoli, Galatasaray, and it's just last year the contract done. So
you know what it is? Say Herald says sack him 100%. They can only play one way. And him say, nah, listener, second and closing. Herald say not pay no mind, come on. But you know, when you look at, like, you bring up the money football aspect, Mentan, and these teams try to get rich quick, are to get right quick.
Yeah, success quick, yeah.
And it doesn't work. And now we're seeing the payoff. Now Barcelona is the poster child for this get right quick scheme, or get success quick scheme, and with their levers that they are pulling. And the long line of train smoke of contracts that they are coming behind them. And the people trying to get funny with the money. English Premier League are the European leagues. These teams are standards in the community. We in America and the Caribbean islands, not even the Caribbean islands, treat it the same way, football the same way. These teams are staples in communities. Right? The NFC Championship game is playing right now. It's probably $1,000 for the ticket. God knows how much the ticket went before the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. You will never see that in the English Premier League. But that's where they are trending towards now, because teams get funny with the money and they have to get back their money one way or the other. And there's that much space on the shirt where you can put on a new logo for a sponsor. So we as fans should be fans. But the ownerships, they need to stop playing funny money with the teams, because they're ultimately hurting the game and hurting their fans. We should not be seeing Tottenham at the bottom end of the table. We should not be seeing Man U at the bottom end of the table. But they are there because, again, funny money. And as soon as Pep leave, City might be trending down that way too, because of the funny money. So we need to stop it, man. The beauty, what makes English Premier League, and all these football leagues great is the fact that you see the stands will always be full. You know the time is coming really soon where, for example, Tottenham Stadium might be empty at games. Why? Because instead of 15, 20 pounds for going at the game is now 80, 90, 120. And the team that and second to relegation, may ask for money go this up. So we need to bring that back. I really hope that they curtail that.
Come on, we know say you like recruit Jamaican players. There are 2 Jamaican players in the Tottenham setup that are 2 players of Jamaican national background that are in the Tottenham setup. Dane Scarlett, a 20-year-old, he's on loan at Oxford United, and Jade Spence is also have some Jamaican heritage. So if we don't know, come on, you can make some calls and connect management with these 2 players so you can expand the pool.
Well, and me, I don't have an English coach. Me, no. Who does them want to play for reggae boys?
Would they have a choice?
Not have no choice. The Dade Scarlett not have no choice. Big up Dade.
I wonder if they related to What if related to our Scarlet? Ricardo, what Scarlet name? Ricardo,
man.
Ricardo
I
Scarlet?
can't remember the name, but I know Scarlett used to, yeah.
Yeah, Scarlet used to play wing back. And
Yeah.
no, before anybody asks, Jed Spence is not related to Drew Spence.
I would have asked.
Look at you know. A high level analysis.
Hey man, I'm feeling bossy.
You feel it, yo. Other results
Philadelphia
will highlight
Eagles,
this
We
week.
are about to make it to the Super Bowl, Benton. I told, come on. Philadelphia
we
Eagles,
don't
but you
know
don't listen.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, we know, sir. But we want to highlight the violence or the unfair treatment to Arsenal. Lewis Kelly, that red card. Come on, you're the referee. Tell me what's going on. Why management are why certain referees have things against Arsenal? Because that was not a red card, straight red card to Lewis Kelly.
To me, it wasn't a straight. Even the explanation, it's not. It's not. It wasn't the last person, right? Yes, he stopped a promising attack. Yes, it was a foul, but he wasn't the last man. So I'm like, why was it a straight yellow? Why was it a straight red? It could have been a yellow card. I thought it was a yellow card. So I don't know. Michael Oliver now need protection in my family because the fans are just crazy. I mean, like Arsenal come back and win the game. Like, let it go. But to me, it wasn't a red. To me, it was a yellow. But hey.
Wasn't this the same Michael Oliver?
Yeah, go ahead, Junior.
Wasn't this the same Michael Oliver that gave the red card to Arsenal versus Man City in that big game? Was it last year or the year before?
Why are you bringing up old stuff, though?
That's the reason why the Arsenal fans are tearing into Michael Oliver. Because how many more times do they need to see him do something stupid like that? I think it was Trossard red card?
I don't remember, but he might get the Arsenal Man City game this week because they do play this coming weekend.
They do play this coming week, and hopefully that red card get rescinded or turned over because it. Come on, by the letter of the law, he did stop an obvious goal scoring opportunity.
It wasn't obvious. A promising attack. Which part is the obvious?
Well, the word obvious and promising is subjective, isn't it?
It was a promising attack he did, but the fact that he was not the last man, like there was coverage that is also a part of the letter of the law. So I keep telling everybody, when them always argue about referees' decisions are objective, right? That's all subjective, right? So it's your thing, like it's open to interpretation. So what I would say is a foul, you the other referee would say it's not a foul. So I would not give a straight red. I would have given a yellow card, and I don't understand what Michael Oliver was thinking. And then the PGMOL come out and defend. As a matter of fact, I never expect no different because you can't expect the referee association to come out and not back the referee.
Yeah, you have to back him. You have to explain.
Yeah, but I think Michael Oliver's calls, some of the calls, when you look at it, it look a little bit personal. I mean, that's just my opinion. Like, why wasn't this a card then? But why is this? But as I said, 10 different referees, 10 different calls, but they towed the line. It stopped a promising attack, but he wasn't the last man. So that was kind of weird to me. Because even today, me and my sister, we disagree on the penalty that Chelsea got to beat Arsenal in the women's league. Yes, she said she touched her, but to me, it wasn't a penalty, and it's not every contact is a foul. So it's just different. Referee said it was a penalty. I said it wasn't. My other two referee friends said it wasn't a penalty, but that's just how it is. We have to just live with it, and then for VAR to look at it and agree with the unfair. I mean, it's like Norway know exactly what they might do.
Well, it's not clear and obvious though. VAR is just Michael Oliver being Michael Oliver. I mean, and some referees are like that, and we just have to just live with it. And it's good that at least we have some refereeing variety.
Yeah, yeah, I don't agree with the referee variety. I like consistency. As a referee, I like consistency. But we have to think about it again. We know that referees are human beings, and I can tell you, as a human being / referee, I can be petty. I mean, like, because some of the calls them were you supposed to get, I'm not going to give you because you've been a dick to me the past 10 seasons, right? So it has to be on the line. It has to be clear, obvious, dangerous for you to even get it. Make it even on that line where I can use the law and explain myself. Me not give the call. So when I see the referees out there and they do it, you can say, okay, that's a little bit personal because the same foul happened 10 minutes ago, the other side, and you never did nothing. But sometimes, though, referees miss one call and they try to make up with another one. So it's a whole different thing. But Michael Oliver is a different thing. I don't like him. That's just all me I can say about
that. Liverpool round out match day, the 23rd match day with the result with at top of the table, 6 points ahead, and nothing changed. Southampton still down the bottom. Anything you want to highlight regarding the table? Anything you want to highlight? Everton, David Moyes. David Moyes looks like he still have it.
Hold a second. Isn't Southampton mathematically eliminated from the Premier League?
Yeah, man, them gone for the league start.
Are you a team? You don't have 2 t-shirts, man. You don't have 2 jersey. Southampton jersey. They're on 6 points. The goal difference is minus 37.
Jaja.
6 points. 6 points, you know? 6 points. Merciful for that.
And you know, so them should beat Manchester United.
Junior.
They missed like about 5 chances against Manchester United.
True.
Really?
And they led up to the set. Yo, this is a team that not supposed to be in the Premier League. They are not supposed to be in the Premier League.
I said it already. I said, and when they go back down to Championship and they win, they must not make them come back up.
Okay. That is taking it too far.
But come on, no, this is embarrassing. How can you be in January going to February and have 6 points? 6 points is 6 draw games. 6 points is 2 wins. What? Come on,
at least they're consistent.
You know, who them beat Everton in the EFL Cup? Who them beat in a Premier League? Match I see who them beat in a Premier League. I cannot see who them beat in a Premier League.
Let's see. We pull it up right now.
Nobody. Oh no, them beat Everton.
Yeah,
but to be fair though, if a football game was 80 minutes, I think Southampton might have been mid-table.
That's a brother,
yeah. I mean, which one? What?
Someone have the audacity to come say, if it was 80 minutes, they would have win.
I mean, with the Crystal Palace, probably with the Crystal Palace.
Most games, I mean, most of their games, they either start extremely slow or end extremely bad. So
I start extremely fast because they were leading Newcastle.
Yeah, but that's an outlier.
But no. There are many games that Southampton score first. Ton of games, them score first. You have games where them score first.
But you know, the schedule makers though. This weekend for the schedule makers, as Saquon Barkley just break off a 50, him slow down. Backside him slow down. Anyway, you know, the schedule makers, I don't know if it's God smiling or whatever, but the schedule gods really looked out for English Premier League because this upcoming week of fixtures is probably one of the best weeks in terms of storylines for the year. And if you look at it, you do realize Nottingham Forest plays against Brighton after just getting a penny pop, 5-0, right? From Bournemouth.
Yes.
Right? Remember that?
Saturday.
Bournemouth. Right. Brighton is a big side, and they have been sputtering. Brighton can beat Nottingham Forest, right? Based on recent run of form I would say that they could beat Nottingham Forest. Why is this important? Who does Nottingham Forest is ahead of right now? Man City by 3 points. Right? Who does Man City play this weekend? Arsenal, who they are 6 points behind. So come ball chat Sunday, we might be talking about Man City being 3 points behind Arsenal in third place. Oh, by the way, who does Liverpool plays against this weekend? Bournemouth, who just beat up Nottingham Forest 5-0. If there's a team that can sneak up and knock off Liverpool, could be Bournemouth. We could be talking about Man City being 3 wins away from the number 1 spot. We could be even be saying, you know what? Maybe Nuno and company sensed that Man City was coming. That's why they got the 5-0. Then we could say, next week
the sense.
I'm giving you the storylines right now. Next week it's going to be Pep Guardiola after his domestic whatever come back with a battle axe and knocking off his former proteges one by one. He knock off Maresca, knock off Arteta, and he's only 3 points behind Arsenal. And now looking at the ball end man up on Liverpool. Next week is must-watch football all over.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the bottom of the table. Who does Leicester play against? Leicester play Everton, who is just the spot right above them. And I think, if memory serves me correct, I look at it right now, I think Ipswich play
Southampton.
Well, Ipswich have a chance to jump out of the relegation zone. This is football organized this weekend.
Yeah, next week fixtures, and of course, Man City win the midweek game. Let's see if any carry over. But
they're beating Club Brugge. They're beating the brakes off of Club Brugge, and it's very disrespectful for we sit on there and talk about Club Brugge are even leading the Belgian league. Genk is the best team in Belgium, and you want to talk about beat Man City?
Yeah, but the same Man City team was leading Feyenoord at home. Butter and Feyenoord ran them off the field. The game ended up 3-3. So we don't know which Man City are forward with the all foot them. So, but I will say, come on, this Bournemouth junior highlight, this Bournemouth Liverpool game at the Vitality Stadium. Yeah, that 10 a.m. slot, that's supposed to be a good ball game.
Long time. I'll be up with my latte. I'll be ready.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a good ball game. Premier League football coming up, full trial this weekend. Before we go to Yawd Ballas report and get some update on Yawd Ballas, Judy and I, we had a nice little discussion about managers and mentality. Sergio Conceição come on decided to say, David Calabria needs to get drip up. Your thoughts on this clash after the game, a game that AC Milan
they won.
Nonetheless,
It means like a atted. I mean, like a proper atted coach. I still have not found out what was said or what was done. Did you know what happened? Because all I saw was the captain and the manager at it. As a matter of fact, listen, me as a manager, no captain boy can come go like you want to check off my face.
Thank you.
I don't care. You're the captain. I am the manager. So the next game, I expect him to either lose the captain armband or hold the bench.
Hold the bench?
Yeah. No, I'm true. In I stands, I'm not supposed to in my 18.
And just to point out, David is on his last year at AC Milan. His contract expires in June. So if I leave, I will leave this week.
Yeah, man, I don't appreciate that. Yes, you can be angry with your boss. It's your boss. It's like us going into a boss office and cuss him. Like, HR would have called me so quick. HR would have, as a matter of fact, HR wouldn't PH me. Security would be standing beside me with one empty box. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, I don't care what was said, what was done. This is something locker room, office, look good. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens the next game. Me definitely gonna look out to see if homeboy up on the pitch or on the bench or in the stands.
Consenso, before Junior chimed in, Sergio Consenso said, I live the matches in terms of how I live them and how I feel them. There is a lot of passion and desire to win. In the end, there was a little extra adrenaline. I was talking about a game situation with David, and in my opinion, there was one too many words spoken. Just to repeat, man said, in the end, there was a little extra adrenaline. I was talking about a game situation with David, and in my opinion, there was one too many words spoken. The players know they are all important to me like a family. If I'm at a restaurant and my son does something I don't like, I will tell him there is no hypocrisy. It wasn't nice to see, but in football, it's okay. We are not in church, end quote.
Okay, so my captain next game, I must start. Hey, listen.
And Calabra says, sorry, to hear what the Calabra was asked, he said, David was said that, quote, it's not a positive year like others have been. There are situations that are not simple, even in private and personal ones that nobody is aware of. I don't even want to talk about it too much. I want to end this season the best possible way for the good of the team, which is the thing I care about the most, even more than myself sometimes. Honestly, I am thinking about staying focused on that, having grown up with this shirt. Then there are situations like today that can happen, but they are part of the journey. End quote. Yes, sorry.
All right, dude, shut the hell up. Not you, Benton, but the captain. Just shut the entire hell up. And I would love to say more colorful words. And if I was the coach, I would tell him in a more colorful way, like shut the F up. And what we're seeing right now is there's an evolution in football. I personally believe that. And what we're seeing now is the players from the coaches run era. And listen to the statement I just made. The players from the coaches run era are now becoming coaches. And they can only coach the way that they were coached before. So a man that is used to having Mario Zagala as him coach, or I try to think of another coach who fit that mold. Arrigo Sacchi, a young Carlo Ancelotti, no nonsense coaches. And these are players that have played with no nonsense captains. Can you imagine? Forget that he's a captain. Can you imagine Paolo Maldini? AC Milan, you put up Rijkaard Benton. Imagine Paolo Maldini and his coach go up to talk to a player and the player will puff him chest to the coach? Imagine Maldini, who is AC Milan through and through, sitting in the stands and looking at somebody wearing the same captain's armband that he wore, fighting with his coach on the field. That is where we are now. There's a reason why Ruben Amorim is the way he is now. He is from that era when coaches ran the locker room. He knows no other way. These young footballers right now, that little stupid statement from the AC Milan captain. You shouldn't even be allowed to talk to people. You are the captain of probably one of the worst AC Milan teams in recent history. What the hell are you telling the... Who are you for come talk to the fans? Shut up. We don't want to hear from you. AC Milan, the win on a woy. We are looking at Napoli, Inter Milan, Juventus, and them team that run the Scudetto, and we the down the bottom. You can't even get Rafael Leo for play football. How the hell you come tell me as a fan? Shut up, man. That is what needs to be said to these players. We don't want to hear the company line. This is not social media, dude. Shut up. I am 100% on the side of the coaches that want to let down the layer of the law, the letter of the law. The coach is going to put his neck on the block. I am responsible. That means, and notice the analogy the coach used. What was the analogy that he used? It is like if his son, him never say him brother, him never say him best friend, him never say him daddy, him never say him pastor. He said, my son. So how the hell my son will come drape me up now in front of yo, football change, man. Because when me younger, you think nobody on my side can do that to my coach? You reach the locker room of fighting, dude. And anybody will support you, I will fight who support me. I will just fight it out and we'll go to the press conference. If some man, come on, I don't know if you ask me, but when me done with all that captain there, the cocoa I'm gonna have, I saw him scratch the cocoa. So how far him had that in front of the cocoa?
Nah, all right, you see them thing there now. This is where, all right, come on, I don't know if you want to chime in. Because this is where the thing are going to get violent, you know.
Him can't puff my chest. I am the boss. And then the thing is this too, when I allow him to do that, I lose respect of the other players. So everybody want to talk to me or them want to talk to me. I tell them to go left, them I go defer to the captain because the captain are the bad man. The captain run things. Coach says you must be on the back post. Captain said, no, you don't need to go on the 6. I just say, me I say, Benton, back post. Captain point and say 6 and you walk go 6. You know why? Because I allowed you to disrespect me, so nobody narrate me. I am the manager. If we have a discussion or a disagreement, we take it offline. You can't disrespect me and expect that there will be no consequences. No, there's always a consequence to your action. I don't agree with it. Of course, they're big men. They're not in kindergarten. They're not kids. But you have to show the manager some respect. You don't have to agree with him. You don't have to like him. But it was just a little bit too much for me. The
manager need to show some respect to the player, to them a big man too.
Yes, but if I am talking to you, I look at it too. The game, they won the game. But apparently, apparently there was something that the manager did not like, and he is all right. Him can address it. You can't look on it this way. You can't see Pep or go out there and talk to them. Who the other day? Was it the goalkeeper? Oh no, who was it? Was the goalkeeper? The backup goalkeeper. No man, the game before. I think it was the backup goalkeeper.
Edison, Ortega. He was talking to Ortega after the game.
It's in a boy puff up Pep chest.
Yeah, I'm saying Kevin De Bruyne told Pep, shut up during a game. During a game, Pep Guardiola shouting something at Kevin De Bruyne, and Kevin De Bruyne says, shut up.
I remember it.
You remember that?
Yeah.
But we know it's a Pep one done. And there's a way to interact with those things. Because not like say, man, I diss him. It's me I deal with. There's a balance in this relationship, you know. Because I'm not promoting that David Calabria should definitely, you know, say, well, yo, we are going to clash with the coach. But at some point, Sergio Conceição and him hot blood need to calm down. The man now take this round a corner, round a back, and is either he's on board with what you deal with, or him not on board, and you say, you're gone a road. Case in point, Kyle Walker say, I am out at Man City. Pep say, all right, go on a road. Simple. When you want to clash up with Calabria, no, because you want to show. The side itself is a bug side, and it's indicated by the way the game started. They started this game toothless, like a weak heart team, and to his credit, the Conceição's credit, they have came back in about 5 games or so, 4 games since he have taken charge. But one thing is chronically wrong with AC Milan is that this team is an idiot team.
Cut it out because I see Americans are asked if if Pulisic is world class,
Yeah.
because apparently he might carry AC Milan on him back.
So I probably Rafael Leo in my carry feelings fine. I probably Rafael Leo Sergio
there.
Conceição want wild up, But
No,
he
no,
can't reach him. So he might wild up the captain and
It's everybody. He's sending a message. You're the captain. You have to. That's what captains are. So what Camon said, what you say is 100% right? So fine. And what Camon said is also key, because if Conceição approach a captain and the captain show dominance, that means tomorrow at training, if Conceição if sit down there and say, look, we win the game, but I still don't like this. Every player going to turn and look on the captain's face, and the captain either going to nod and say, okay, make him go on, make him talk, and the captain will give a look like, yo, ignore him, right? You clash here, so you show dominance. I am the alpha. If every AC Milan player, if they just want to play football and want to focus on getting better, they now should have a switch should go off in them head. Like, if the coach is willing to drape up Capo like this, what will he do to me on live TV? That should be the next question that is asked. And I'm going to point to the point with Ram Amorim and Rashford. And I'm telling you this right now, the reason why Manu plays a little bit better, getting better results, is the way that Rashford has been scapegoated. Amorim sent a message to everybody, your highest paid player. If no one there would go up on the side, go sit on a bush. No, don't sit on the bench. Get the F off the squad. You go figure out your transfer something. Rashford just don't have the balls for come back and challenge him publicly. The captain did at AC Milan. And to me, him lucky. Suppose that was Gattuso.
Yeah, but Gattuso did they understand that he coached Gattuso coach what? 3 seasons and the side till a bug side.
No, better.
And David Calabria came through the AC Milan run. 15 years him did it, our friend in my youth. And him have, how many coaches him have? How many coaches the idiot side have? So all right, you got this season alone 2 coaches. And prior to this. And what may I say? David Calabria, Sergio Conceição, all right, you have a brother who had talked back to you. All right, you say, all right, cool, me not while you. But you're done. Because you already lost your place to Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal, I know we signed Kyle Walker on loan. So then your position extra gone. So you gone. So when me what, me want to show Rafael Leo say, yo, him need to man up. That's why me I challenge David Calabria.
Yes.
Yeah, so but the other players, them now go man up. Morata, Pulisic, and Yunus, and them money you have.
You don't have a choice, though. I'm not giving you that choice.
You have a choice.
No, when me forward to you now, after me done box up your captain, when me forward to you now, we have no idea what happened in the locker room,
It's fair enough. Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. When Amorim came out and said Man U was the worst Man U team, you know what he did in the locker room before that? The man broke both the 2 TV. That's how angry he was in the locker room. So if them fight like that in public on the field, what do you think will happen next time they throw them in a small space? Yeah. So they must fight it out. And whoever won that, we are going to be able to tell by the next game. Because Camon is right. That captain not supposed to be nowhere near the side. If he is in the team the next match, it done for Conte. Conceição going to be on borrowed time. It's over.
I bet you said David Calabria in the squad the next match.
And if that happened, Conceição done. Him coaching done at Man AC Milan.
But there may be a reason they made up though. Him could have apologized to the manager and say, all right, I was wrong to talk back to you, and then fix it.
No, don't apologize to me. Apologize to everybody that was watching. Not tell me that. Tell everybody that was watching. You just win a game, and I come to talk to you, I will fight. That means that if you really think about that, Benton, there's a lot behind that. We just win a game and me you still at odds. That means that winning, You know the old statement, winning cure all ills?
No, it doesn't.
That means that the ill what them have is that even winning can't touch that.
So, but as a manager, why don't you go to the... You have a player who a contract at end. So he's clearly out the window. He's not part of your plan. Because you're not extending him. And in fact, the brass said at the club, if we can move him on this January to get a lot of money for him, fine. But yes, he's a part of the culture of the club. He grew up in the club. But take on the man them who gonna be remaining at the club who are idiots and bugs. But take on them like the way the game started against Parma. You can't, me have to turn off the TV. Me I say a foolishness this. And Parma is in a relegation zone, you know. And this is at Milan, you know. So then always a team now where Sergio Conceição say he's in charge of. And supposed to take on his personality like a gangster and a pit bull. And you look so toothless at home against a bug side.
So who you take up that against? Conceição or you take it up against the team?
The coach.
How you gonna take it up against the coach when the coach can't even talk to the captain?
When you take up work when you can't manage, coach. This job bigger than you, brother. This job bigger than you. So now you try trim down the captain to try to see if you can up your size.
That's not fair.
Because, come on, student there, listen. Because ultimately, 2 weeks from now, Rafael Leao is going to still be Rafael Leao.
Will he be at AC Milan though?
Yeah, man, the man still do that, man. And Pulisic will still be the mainstay of your offense. That not change. So, and me if you take you seriously, you're a gangster.
So that sound like a management. That sound like a board problem.
Yeah, AC Milan just gone to the dog, brother. The club is just the club sick my stomach. It's sick my stomach, man. I mean, it's just despicable. And all right, so maybe every week we tune in for a Sergio Conceição fight, because those will be happening.
He might not be there. He might not be on. I don't expect him to be on the team next week.
You know. So, but AC Milan with an important. I guess it might be a other Serie A result. Come on, cause we know say you want to take with yourself quickly. Cause you know, come on, you're angry coach. Antonio Conte and Napoli leading Inter Milan by 3 points. Are you gonna come out on a limb or off the limb and say, yo, Napoli will win this thing?
Well, I mean, I know them always a fight back. Let me do that because I already put a 10 on them for win still. But I see a fight in them. I think they were down 1-0 versus Juventus yesterday, and they scored 2 goals for win 2-1. So I see fight in Napoli. I think they're clicking. So let me just say, I think Napoli will win.
Let me ask you this, because I asked Junior this the other day. Do you find it strange that Napoli's 2 biggest ballers over the last couple of years, Victor and whatever the other brother name, because I can't pronounce his name, who's now at PSG, that their 2 biggest ballers gone?
What's wrong with that? I mean, players are unhappy. Players want to leave. I mean, it can be anything. Them wife, them girlfriend, them family, more money. I mean, like, not because them are the biggest ballers and I say them I'm happy. People want to leave.
Something that make no sense to me right now.
What don't make no sense? Look at it. 50,000 million club at England would kill Father Zidane come coach them, right? And Zidane says, my wife does not want to live in England. I don't want to learn the language, and him take with himself.
Yeah, but no, bad man.
but players can be unhappy. Them probably not like the city, not like the players, not like the club, not like the people, not like the coach. There's so many things. It is. I don't think it is on. I don't think it's a bad look for the club. Maybe the players wanted a change. It happens. Same thing with jobs. It happens.
And maybe I am overhyping the name Kevaka, because Kevaka, you go from Kevaka now to David Nares. And to me, that's a downgrade.
The people them take who them can get. Like, hold on a second. You make it seem like, say, the ball them out the line up free. I'm trying to remember which club I saw where there was it Nottingham Forest or was it Bournemouth? There was a club, I think it's Forest, wanted this player from one team, Bogota or whatever, and they wanted to pay the most money ever for a player. And homeboy said, no thank you. Homeboy said, no thank you. So you're going to let the players them out the line up against a wall and you just go pick them like orange. The man them have to agree for come at your club. And on top of that too, what if the club stingy like Arsenal?
And on top of that too, what if Kante and them on the kick off into the back?
Yeah, that probably happened too. That because again, Lukaku is striker.
He scored.
And he scored, but I mean,
yes.
Isn't Lukaku a downgrade to Victor Osimhen?
Yeah, but
yes, but he's doing his job.
And you know, it's so sad because with the Napoli coach, with the Napoli owner, what he said about Osimhen and how they treated Osimhen.
Yeah.
For Lukaku to accept the loan move there and replace Osimhen, it just.
Well, Lukaku probably claims him on off. You know, let me not say that.
Exactly.
I feel like Lukaku is an Oreo, but
those are the
let me not say it, because there's no way on earth you treat my fellow man like garbage. This man served the club well. It's a business, so that's why I don't have a problem when players stick out and say, "Me nah come if you not give me 200,000 a week, or you give me," because it's a business. This man was your star baller. He did the job for you. And when he's supposed to leave, you treat him like garbage? No, man. Take all of their money.
And then a fellow black man come and take
and maybe that fellow black man was this, because where they go?
Him could have come back to Chelsea.
He could have got MLS and make more money.
Yeah.
And now he's with a coach that likes him. Right? Didn't they have some agreement?
But me, you know, say coaching is a revolving door. So it's just two little misstep and him gonna next man. I like him. Him could have come at MLS like that.
And you know what? I'm going to be that guy. The field slave at Master Tom's house can be the house slave at Master Roberts. I read into that all you want.
Instead of outside, listen, if maybe he likes it. I mean, he speaks the language. You know, his families, there's friends are there. You know, as I said, the coach, him know the coach is familiar with. So I mean, that it may be a personal decision, and they might say, listen, he had attitude problems. We know you're a good guy, you're soft spoken, you can stay here, we'll love you, we'll treat you good forever. We don't even know. I ain't knocking a man. He must make the best decision for himself. We've seen players say, I'm not going to a club because I don't like the environment and whatever. You can't knock them.
Backside.
Yeah, 100%.
Yo.
Junior, we see the score. You don't have to say it.
Yeah,
no, I watch the game, but no. Did you guys see what Ruben Amorim said about playing Marcus Rashford again?
Take a football NFL.
But listen, this is
Amorim said.
This is a direct quote, boy. I don't care what happened. Manu will love what Amorim doing. Manchester United's manager Ruben Amorim said he would rather play his 63-year-old goalkeeper coach, Jorge Vital, in his team than Marcus Rashford, unless the out-of-favored forward starts to give maximum every day in training and in life.
This is where you find that on the Craig Butler website.
Come on, stop the capping. Stop the capping. Come on. It's on ESPN FC.
Yeah, he says, quote, It's always the same reason. The training, the way I see a footballer should do in life, it's every day, every detail. If they don't change, I will not change. It's the same situation for every player. If you do the maximum and the right things, we can use every player. All right. I mean, it is what it is. He says, "Coach,
Rashford need to find a next club and go. This is not a good relationship.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
not
a
a
Oh,
good
it's not
relationship."
about him only walk up Barcelona. Bring the ball out of Pali and stop your eyes. That's why you see Milan. To make coach drape up your backside.
Our good Germany. I mean, like, him can go Leverkusen, him can go Dortmund. Dortmund needs some help.
Come on. You see how come on wicked. Earlier, come on said.
But
Benton, what is wrong? It's like you think the players are lining up to come to you? Come on, you think the clubs are lining up to sign Marcus Rashford?
Junior, but you also have to look at the other part of the quote. In the article, it says it was only Manchester United's fourth Premier League win since Amorim took over, who turns 40 on Monday. He says, quote, "It's not 40. I am 50. After 2 months at Manchester United, it's 50.
Good.
The man said,
Good.
I'm already aged.
That's what we want to
It's a
hear.
privilege to spend my 40th birthday here, but he said the club already aged him, brother.
That's what we need for here as Manchester United fans. We say it, only laugh after me all the time. So why should the coach act like he's not seeing the same thing we're saying?
But why would you want your coach to age? And
I don't want him to age.
I'm be stressed though, because he's basically saying that your club has stressed him out.
And that is why if the right hand offend you, you cut it off. So I don't
But then you
care
don't have the right hand.
you cut off the little stub. Bit of business. You're at the point of no return. And it's the same thing, Ange. The same thing with Ange. Same thing with AC Milan. Why play players just because of name or because of value? If
Fair
we
enough.
cannot win with you, go away. Simple.
Yeah,
big
but
up
also, I agree, but also as a manager and a boss or leader of a group, you have to have different managerial styles. It's not every individual, it's not one size fits all. Every individual don't respond the same way. And I think that sometimes someone responsible respond well to the bulldog approach, the rah in your face approach, and some players don't respond that well. And if they're under contract with your club, especially long contracts, you are responsible to find a way.
What are we talking about, Benton? We talking. All right. If you talk, I guess you're talking about Alejandro Garnacho.
So now regarding, he was asked about Garnacho, and he said here, we have to be cautious. We did make mistakes in the past, and we cannot do it now. It says the Red Devils have been linked with a potential moves for Lecce fullback Patrick Dorgan, Chelsea Christopher Nkunku. Omarin says we have to be cautious. We did make mistakes in the past, and we cannot do it now.
And you know what the mistakes are? Started wearing the number 9 today in Rasmus Haaland. I mean, it's clear as day. The man is saying everything said, but just because they finally have somebody with sense in a position where they can make a change, it's like, oh my God, man, you both forgot on the right track, you know. So let's see if we can squeeze as much out of this lemon, because as soon as transfer window reach and the mistakes that were made, David De Gea is playing out of his mind in Italy. And you have Banana Man coming in and give up goal.
God.
Those are things that
man name Onana.
Banana, it rhymes. And for those who think it's racist, if you're listening to the audio of the show, I am as black as black.
These are the views of Junior Pringle and not Balchat.
That's what we call it, banana. But Benton, the ball slipped out of his hand like it's on a banana peel. However you want, take it. That's what we're talking about. But that, I mean, he's saying things that needed to be said. And I think AC Milan, Sean is an Arsenal fan. Arteta needs to do the same thing. And stop playing around with the players them and stop playing politics.
Talking is cheap.
That way.
Talk is cheap. Results are the most important thing. You see, Maresca ran off him out at the beginning of the season. He he got the results. Now he's running to a kind of a difficult patch. Now you are going to see who is the real big coaches.
I agree. And that's why it goes back to my boy with what coach Uruguay right now.
Bielsa.
Bielsa. When they asked him, well, why do you change, Bielsa? Your style is, if we change, I will lose. It will cost me the same way. I am standing on who I am. And that's what Maresca have to do. Arteta, shape up yourself. We don't talk.
Well, Arteta is standing on who he is.
That is a soft carbon copy of Pep Guardiola, and he needs to go.
Yeah, move. Look, we could look at the table and see what Arsenal there now. Yard Ballas report. Yard Ballas report. Come on. All right.
Are done?
Junior, finally, you have anything else to say before we go to Yard? Anything else?
No.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, you're done. Oh my God.
Mason Greenwood, Jamaica's Mason Greenwood. Come on.
I don't know. I mean, we see everybody. Fabrizio says that Mason Greenwood switch, but the Jamaica Observer come out and said not so fast. Their sources have said that nothing is done. So we just have to wait and see. When
Sean White says, come on, is back. Big up Sean. By the way, I'm figuring out the cool to take him where. Big up Sean. Sean says, come on, is back. Manas Balcha Junior. And what Rashford do you? And he also says, man, you got a lucky win and burnout player kiss me teeth. My damn teeth.
So, yes. So until we see him in the roster, nothing is a done deal. So anyway, nothing a done deal. So in the Jamaica Premier League today, Portmore United 0-0 final score. Craig Butler and Speed back and forth on social media. I never see two big man petty. So them always say find the messiest gossipers on the earth and you find two man. Speed and Butler, they're at it. If Butler would just put all his energy and time in their Phoenix United, them wouldn't lose all them games. They got 3-0 from Racing United. Racing United.
When Cavalier play Veer Phoenix?
Them not I don't know.
It won't be the playoffs.
Definitely. So now Shepperton is leading Waterhouse in the 67th minute, 3-0. Arlington Cavaliers go play tonight. Who else played today? That's basically it. Nobody else not play. Cavalier and Arlington play tonight, as I said. All right, so Bunny Shaw is back from injury. She was subbed on in the 76th minute in a 4-2 win versus Aston Villa women. Tyree McGee. So there's a rumor, according to MG, that he's going to Mount Pleasant.
Stop the cap.
My sources are saying that Tyree McGee is now trying to get a contract in Belgium with Craig Butler as his agent. So that's why you see him working out, exercising, the whole social media campaign, because he wants to go to Belgium. So good luck to him. What's his name again? I don't know what's happening with Kevin. What's his name again? Oh, it's in a thing. Wait, hold on. Kevin Lambert. Thank you very much. I don't know why we Salt Lake signed Kevin Lambert, only to send him on loan. This is the second season he has been sent on loan. So he has gone to Louisville City in USL. Jamaica's U17 women, the qualifiers will start on January 27th. Jamaica is in Group E, and they will be hosted in Nicaragua. So Nicaragua will host Groups D and E. We have 22 national teams. Group A, Puerto Rico, Bermuda, Cayman Islands, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Group B, Trinidad and Tobago, Honduras, Belize, and U.S. Virgin Islands. Group C, Panama, Cuba, Guyana, and Turks and Caicos. Group D, El Salvador, Guatemala, Curacao, and Anguilla. Group E, Jamaica, Nicaragua, and St. Kitts and Nevis. I don't know why Jamaica it's only 3 teams in the group. Interesting. And in Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, and Grenada, they're in Group F. The 4 top-ranked teams received a bye to the final round, and that is Canada, Haiti, Mexico, and the US. So the way how this is set up, the qualification for the 2025 FIFA U17 Women's World Cup would be the 3 group winners and the best second place finisher. So it's 4 teams from the final round, and they will qualify for the U17 World Cup. So that's my local ball run up today.
Do we have the squad for this U17 team?
Yes. I don't have the names yet, but they put out a picture today. JFA put out a picture today on IG with the U17 girls. I forgot. I think the coach is Mittman. They said it's the name of the coaches. I don't know. Listen, I always talk about it. The boys, they get the whole of the social media presence, the whole of the money, the whole of spending, everything look professional and whatever, and them just fling the girls them together at the last minute. They probably had 2 or 3 camps me here. It's just a mixture of players. We don't know the names of the girls yet. So as soon as they put it out, I will also let Ball Chat know. I think
Maybe
the name
will be on JFF Live.
JFF Live.
Oh, please. I'm not going to make the girls them go up on a JFF Live. I think the name of the coach is Letman from Montego Bay.
The Reggae Boys.
Wait, before we finish, okay. Mount Pleasant just beat Tivoli 1-0. As I said, Chapelton is leading Waterhouse 2-0.
Okay. Let me get the JPL scores up. So let me ask you a question. Come on, because a long time I didn't see you, so that's why I'm sure I ran over. When Cavalier and Veer Phoenix are playing?
Well, I'll make a look. Why you going to go down there?
No, I mean that's probably worth a front row seat because
why? Because they're not gonna beat them.
I mean because we don't know. Bullhead might take on. I mean, will Squaddy be available for this match?
Who needs Squaddy?
Jamaica Squaddy. Constable, the Blue Sea police officers.
Not the Spanish Town one them though.
Well, I don't know. I have to see which part.
Because there's a lot of vibes going on between these 2 coaches. I mean,
you know what? And this is not really good for the sport. It's just some back and forth, girl argument and tracing. It's just it makes no sense. I'm trying to find out when they're going to play. I don't know if anybody.
They played already. So
2 games already.
I think so. I could be wrong, but
it's too early for them to play 2 games already.
Yeah, Junior, too
early.
No,
they're playing Monday, February 3rd. Hold a second. They're playing Monday, February 3rd.
That's next week. What? Yeah.
Yeah, and March 23rd.
I thought they played. I know which game. I think about the Lenny Hyde game.
Oh.
The Lenny Hyde coach game. But never mind.
Yeah, that was November 10th, and Cavalier beat them 2-1.
Yeah.
Right. So they're going to play
next Monday.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, and so the next question I have for you, Kavon, is regarding Kevin Lambert. What is going on? You have your ears to the ground.
I don't think he's good enough. I think for what I heard that he's good in training, but I mean he's not good enough for them to put in their squad. I mean, like, why would you buy this player from Phoenix and bring him only to? Because if you realize how many games he played for them, 2. He has always been on loan. He went on loan last year in the USL, and now he's gone on loan. It is so bad. him not even go preseason with MLS. You know what I mean? Not go preseason with look at whatever. I'm going to play in a USL.
Yeah, I mean it's what it's since 2023 them they sign him. So yo,
Yeah.
it's yo, good luck, baller. Good luck. Good luck.
Well, listen, at least he's on the books. He's a still MLS player. I don't know, but it just makes no sense. He's 27 years old. I think last year he played for San Antonio FC, and now I'm gonna Louisville, so it's kind of weird.
Um, BM says Mason Greenwood playing games with Jamaica. By the way, if Jamaica falls to or fails to make the men's U17 World Cup, just disband the program.
Hey, I said the same thing too, because we have Ultimate Butler and them have one whole heap of, coaches, carry to and everything, and them social media game is on point. I think they had a tournament, they played in a tournament the other day that didn't do badly. The Jamaican player, I forgot his name, he was the leading goal scorer, but they did not go on to, I guess, the finals. But if this crop of U17 boys cannot make it, you're right, BM. Disband it, because are one of the best crop of footballers we've seen in a long time, based on social media. But again, I keep saying it. If me never telling about U17 World Cup qualifications, would you guys have known? You know what I'm saying? Like, you talk about growing the sport. And this is the thing. The girls are only pushed back one thing. If you want to know anything about Jamaica football, go on CONCACAF website, not the JFF website. It makes
That's what JFF Live is for, come on.
Yeah, JFF Live will take care of that.
I am anxious to see how they will grow the women's game. That's all I want to see. Let us see. And I'll be on the live. I hope them can read my comment. And I'll be cussing them if I see where they're not pushing the women's game.
You'll be blocked, come on.
True. Just like that. And then I have to create one next account.
One more question before we take ourselves. This friendly game, these friendly games between Trinidad and Tobago and the Reggae Boys, what, February 9th, 6th, and 9th? Mm-hmm. Is it gonna be a local based squad? Any idea?
Yes, local. Yes, they already have the players that they're calling into camp. It's going to be mostly local based players.
So Tyree McGee in a squad.
He should be in the squad, but they're Jamaica.
Okay, but him not play for no club.
Look here, sir, over there. You know how it going on. Let us not pretend as if it's not connections and links and beg a man and call up and whatever. Tariq McGee is training. He's training with the prestigious Phoenix camp. So he's fit. I don't know if you've not been seeing the videos.
No, I have not.
He's been left footing, right footing the ball and whatever. So he's fit. So I mean, what's the worst that the coach can do? You know his quality. He's in the Jamaica pool, the Reggae Boys pool. Call him into camp with the local players. If you have local players who are playing for clubs now, who you think are better than Tyree McGee, what is the harm? Calling them over him. But if he's in camp, don't have a club, but he's better than what you have in camp, we have club, then you make him play. There's no harm. So the local camp is going to be called a couple players who I can't tell you who get called up yet because it's not public. They're excited for the call up. They're going to go. So you're not going to see no English-based man for them game here. So if you want to spend the money, go watch some basically JPL 2.0, then go.
Just tell him, just tell Benton stop the cap. Come
on. Stop the cap.
Yeah, all right, that big up to Corey Bennett. We spoke to earlier on off the field. Big up Corey. Yo, all who are listening to Ball Chat right now need to take a step over to Off the Field at Ball Chat's YouTube page. Check out this interview we did with Corey Bennett, Al Nasir's own Corey Bennett, earlier. Yo, come
What
on,
an,
a good youth. I mean,
what an assist like yesterday.
yes. Corey Bennett, excellent conversation, family. So make sure to check it out. Um, yo, I that you know. Any other thing we missed from Yard Ballers report? A long time when I get a come on Yard Ballers report, so maybe there are other things we miss.
No, you don't miss nothing. The local scene kind of dry up. Mount Pleasant is the Manchester City of Jamaica, just so you know.
Lord have mercy.
And, and it is interesting to see Rudolph Speed out there through wood, like left, right, and center. It is comical, at least. The man say, not the team will get the most points in the Premier League don't normally go on and win the title. So I don't know what he's trying to say. He's saying even though Cavalier are struggling, but don't count them out, which is good from him still. So, the JPL kind of hot. You have some players, the quality is what it is. But you have some players out there who are trying their best to get a contract somewhere else, and people should just go out there and support them.
Yeah, man. And Chapelton is leading Firehouse, Waterhouse 3-0, 81st minute.
Hey, listen, the coach knows the name of the players now, so they're in sync.
Yo, I hate that we are going to yard. Come on, always, we miss you. I don't know about Junior, but I know I miss you.
I miss, come on, man. Oh.
Junior, just love me, man. Love me, man. Just love me. Ease up off my neck.
Let's see if come on at them out next week.
Yeah, so we're going to leave that alone, We're going to leave that alone. We want Come to be here frequently. So, Junior, don't bother with it. Yeah, but I will Chelsea player.
She should switch allegiance to her favorite Arsenal, so she should rate Arteta.
Hey, love me. Chelsea must beat West Ham, man.
Yeah, man. Big up to all the big up. Football family, again, another wonderful show. It's always great recapping the week that was in the world of football. We didn't touch Champions League, but we'll do a deep dive next week. And we'll have the top 16 teams in Champions League next week, so we can do a more in-depth analysis next week. Connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on Blue Sky at Ball Chat. Check out Ball Chat on Facebook. We're also on TikTok. TikTok is still available in the US.
It never went away, sir.
It never went away. So
you know why it never go away?
Oh, why?
It's not Spanish speaking from South America or from Mexico.
Well, fair enough. TikTok, we're on TikTok at ballchat_podcast. Check out Facebook at I Am Jamaica Facebook group. Shout out to the I Am Jamaica Facebook group, doing all things to improve Jamaica and the lives of Jamaicans in the diaspora. Yo, I that. Go on the road now, family.